innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses continue to work together to make a difference now and shape the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And yeah, the brand new Rock Girl photos, they are here. And Steve has been digging them. You can too, because they're in their fall fashion. Oh, yeah, their fall fashion attire. Yeah, yo. Check them out, man. Brand new Rock Girl photos. They are looking good. And
looking good.
Yeah.
So is Danny.
Yeah, see, it's getting to be that time of year. It's getting gloomy in the skies. So why not brighten up your day with the Rock Girls? Brand new photos. Just go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Mix.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to Beat Mix. It's time to turn down for Thursday.
Turn down for what?
Turned down for nothing. You got the Rock Girl picks.
I know. Seems
Forget
like
about it. No,
Steve
wait.
is turned up over there.
Yeah, Friday Junior. Holy moly.
I've never seen a Slipknot shirt look better on somebody than it does on Lacey.
Oh, Lacey is, Lacey, yeah. Okay, Lacey. That's all I got to say.
Well, it sounds like Steve's going to be very distracted for Beat Mix, so this is a good thing for our contestant.
Yeah.
We got Benjamin in Tacoma to take on Steve. Benjamin, are you there, sir?
I am indeed.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
See Shelby in her witch's outfit.
Oh, Shelby.
Hey, Steve, we're playing a game.
Yes, Battle of the Boat 118 tickets, Rev, at the Emerald Queen Casino on Saturday, November 17th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. And if you want tickets, they are available now through Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve.
See Rock Girl Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, that's an adorable outfit, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, can you get out of here?
Ladybug. She's dressed as a ladybug.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Dang, she's a nice ladybug.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Yeah. All right.
You have to go.
Yeah.
You have to
Can I
leave.
take my computer with me?
No, you can come back to it. You can look at it on your smartphone.
He's got his phone. He can still see the Rock Girl pics at KISW.com.
So get out.
Yes, she's a ladybug.
For those playing at home, Benjamin will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Benjamin, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
What tall symbolic pillar recognized in Native American cultures illustrates the heritage of a tribe through a series of carvings?
Totem pole.
Yes. Timon and Pumbaa are characters from what Disney animated film?
Lion King.
Yes. The two old men on the Muppets were named Statler and what?
Pass.
Triple Sec is a clear liqueur of what flavor?
Can you repeat that?
Triple Sec is a clear liqueur of what flavor?
Strawberry.
No.
Cherry.
No.
Watermelon.
No. On The Simpsons, what is the name of Homer's alcoholic best friend?
Barney.
Yes. In what decade did Nestle first freeze dry coffee?
Ooh. 40s.
No.
50s.
No.
30s.
Yes. A shadow clock is another name for what piece of ancient technology?
Pass.
What breed of spotted dog commonly serves as a mascot for firemen?
Dalmatian.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
Ooh, it's going to be a tough one.
It will be. Hopefully,
Nah.
Steve is really, really, really distracted by those Rock Girls.
Could be close.
It could be.
Right.
Because those Rock Girls are definitely distracting.
And Steve did very badly this morning.
Yeah, he did.
So there's.
I heard.
Well, Benjamin, then you know that there's a chance. Steve?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
What tall symbolic pillar recognized in Native American cultures illustrates the heritage?
pole.
But yes. What Timon and Pumbaa are characters from what Disney animated film?
Lion King.
Yes.
Whatever.
What?
Well, come on. You sound like lion people.
The two old men on the Muppets were named Statler and what?
Waldorf.
Yes. Triple Sec is a clear liqueur of what flavor?
Lemon.
No.
Vodka.
No.
Triple Sec. Lime.
No. On The Simpsons, what is the name of Homer's alcoholic best friend?
Bo.
No.
Waldorf.
No.
Lion King.
No. In what decade did Nestle first freeze-dried coffee?
What decade? 40s.
No.
30s.
Yes.
Nice.
A shadow clock is another name for what piece of ancient technology?
A clock?
No.
A watch?
No.
A box?
No. What breed of spotted dog commonly serves as a mascot for
Dalmatian.
firemen? Yes. What actor starred in the 96 movie The Nutty Professor?
That would be Eddie Murphy.
Yes. Robert Zimmerman is better known as what singer?
Bono.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you squeaked by with a win.
Sorry, Benjamin.
6-5.
Yeah. Sorry about that, buddy.
No biggie.
All right, take it easy, man. Waldorf was the difference.
It was.
Yeah. And Danny was not happy with our caller for that one.
No.
Danny was like, how do you not know those two guys? Which I did not know their names myself.
Really?
Yeah.
They're Muppets. They're the best. They are. They were always my favorite Muppets.
Yeah.
They always brought it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best jokes ever. Triple Sec. You were close with the citrus.
Orange.
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 Homer's alcoholic best friend is Barney.
Barney.
Yes.
Just like Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Except there was no Fred.
Yeah. I don't think there was
But
a
they
Fred.
both had a Barney.
Great. The shadow clock was another name for what piece of ancient technology?
I think he's got this.
Sundial?
Sundial.
Yeah, buddy.
Clock.
No.
Sundial's a clock.
Yes, but it's
No.
not that. No.
No, and I'm not sure they ever called the sundial a clock, actually.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah.
Well, unless it was a shadow clock, because that's the shadow clock sort of thing. Clock was already in the answer there, Steve.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm. Robert Zimmerman. Do you know who he was?
I do. I'll see if Danny knows.
No idea.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob Dylan.
Yes. The old Bob Dylan. Congratulations, Steve. You won with 6 correct.
How about that, Steve? All right, caller number 6, you're getting Battle of the Boat 118 tickets at Emerald Queen Casino. Caller number 6, 206-421-ROCK. All right, folks, if you're a big Law and Order SVU fan, guess what? Ice-T arrested. How about that? Wait a minute. Are you going to do an episode on that? They should, because they always do episodes based on real-life stories. Wouldn't that be great if Ice-T had to do the episode about him getting arrested for blowing past a bridge toll in NYC, had a brand-new sports car.
Wait, he got arrested for not paying a toll?
Yes, sir.
See, these young rappers, they don't understand the toughness of the old school rappers.
Yeah.
And what they used to get arrested for.
He was on the George Washington Bridge, went through an easy pass lane without an easy pass. Cops noticed, probably because he was driving a McLaren 720S sports car. Even worse, the car wasn't registered, so he was busted for that too. ICE says he just got the car shipped from California, didn't have the toll transmitter on him, although he supposedly has 7 of them in his other cars. ICE tweeted, quote, I love how people think just because I act like a cop on SVU, I get special treatment from real cops, LOL.
You think you get special treatment just for being Ice-T?
You would think. If he had
but then again, Body Count did have that one song. Cop Killer.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah. You know, I think they always in the back of their mind go, yeah, I know what you're doing now, but remember that one song? And if he had his license plate on there, it would have probably been fine, because they just would have traced it back to the rest of his 7, like you said, easy pass transponders.
Tough life. Nice. I've had it on my 7 other cars.
Yeah, really.
Humble brag.
Yeah. Got arrested, though. How about that? Jesus. So they were like, okay, they took him in. I mean, when you get arrested, you get taken in, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean,
they don't usually
how about
bring you to
you-
your house?
How about you go through a toll and they just take you in? Like, you know, for a toll, when you go, all right, I'm sorry, how much is it? I would just give you like the $10-12. Goes, won't that fix it?
It's fun though. I mean, I don't have any of those easy pass things. So usually, you know, if we go to Gig Harbor a lot because that's where our church is. So on the way back, I always have to stop at the meter. But whenever I have a rental car, like we were in Orlando, and they have all those tolls, well, the rental car has the easy pass or whatever thing hooked up to it.
Yeah.
So nothing more awesome than just blowing right by those things.
So awesome.
You feel like a rebel, even though you really aren't.
And I mean, a lot of places now are just getting rid of the whole toll thing, and they just have the structures. I mean, I know I was in Massachusetts, and they don't have the toll booths anymore. They finally got rid of them all and just have those big structures that will take pictures of your plate, or will just read the pass.
Kind of like the 520?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because I thought they would be the last ones, since Massachusetts, New York City, they're older places, so they got to do a redo and all that stuff.
I used to, man, it was fun back when you were a kid. I would always bug my dad to just pull up a little bit, give me the change, so he could throw it into the basket.
I remember that game.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, my dad never let me do that after the one time. Yeah, well, all you got to do is miss it one time, and then he gets out of the car, he grumbles, and that's the last time.
Robert.
Yeah. Dad, let me try. And I did. I had no arm. It went everywhere. He couldn't even find all the quarters, and he was just like, you're done. It's over.
It was like the one thing I would always look forward to when we go on the road trips.
Yeah, I did too, Steve.
Until you screwed it up.
Until that one time. Yeah. Daddy, please let me throw the money. No. All right. Got a new survey, Steve. I can see nobody in the show seems to care.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much further we could go with that. Did you want me to pretend to be your dad?
Yeah,
no, Robert.
Yeah, you could have role played.
You can't throw the money.
I just love how, Vicky and Danny, it doesn't matter what I say. I could say, I lost my leg. They don't know. They don't care. She's in the computer. Danny's looking at Halloween pumpkins. He doesn't care.
Yeah. I'm curious. What is Danny looking at?
Yeah, what is Danny? Check and see what Danny's looking at.
Trying to buzz Danny.
Oh, here we go.
Facebook.
What's he?
He's watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I am. It's a great scene.
Okay, seriously? Is that what he's doing?
That's what's on his TV right now, or his computer monitor.
It might as well be his TV.
Yeah. Well, it's a Facebook video that somebody must have posted, and he's watching it.
Yeah.
Show prep.
Okay, you know what? See, these are the kind of people we have to hire.
You guys tell me I need to watch more new TV, so
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is where you're at? Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, new television from the 90s.
You're catching up, buddy.
How's Uncle Phil doing over there?
he's doing good.
Yeah. Is that the one on a special episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Will loses his hat or something like that.
Okay.
Hey, he did. He just lost his hat.
Okay.
It's like you've seen this one before, Steve.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. Can we not talk about it?
Because I saw the damn Facebook video. People have been sharing it. I saw it yesterday.
Oh, really? He's losing his hat?
It's some sad episode.
Why are they sharing it?
I don't know. It starts with one person.
It's a
DJ.
poignant episode? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Does it mean something with what's going on in someone's life or in the
I like
world?
this text. How come we're not talking about food?
Have we not done that today?
Not enough. Talk about pizza and greasy food.
When we got free
Today's greasy food day.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you going to go if you had to pick a greasy food place to go?
Oh, well,
Dick's? That's where I'm going.
I'm actually going to have some greasy food today.
Where at?
I'm going to go up to one of my favorite board game cafes, Zulu's in Bothell, because they're making a special menu for our Extra Life charity event that we're going to be doing, which is it's a national event that you board game for 24 hours straight, and all the money goes to the Children's Medical Network, I think it is, and which usually ends up benefiting local children's hospitals in the city you're in, and it's a worldwide event, and everybody decides on that day that, and so Zulu's is hosting ours, Geek Nation going up there, and they're having a special menu with burgers today, just to get a menu tasting.
Are they going to have funny names for them? Like the Donkey Kong burger?
No. Ooh. That's a great idea, though, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. There's one who's got a group of gamers that he calls the Omega Gamers. They're making a special burger for him, so that's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, you know what? It pays to know people, Steve.
Also pays to know coworkers. Apparently, we have donuts coming today.
I know, right? I was very excited.
Shout out to Jean.
Oh, whoa. Wait, who's Jean?
She's new here. She's John Fisher's new cohort from the Sound.
Oh, I know Jean now. I met her. Thank you, Jean, for donuts.
She said we'll be in the kitchen with top hot donuts at 9:30. We are 30 minutes away from donuts, kids.
Wow.
That got Steve jacked up.
Well, this texter wanted us to talk about food, Rab, so I'm just doing what the texters want.
Can you guys distract Sarah? Because she's not going to let me have one.
All right, I'll pretend I am having a seizure.
Sweet. You know what? I didn't expect you to go that extreme, but thank you for giving it up, brother. Thank you very much. All right, I got a new survey here. It says 40% of people say they don't have any life goals, and their name, Danny V.
Wow.
And also Reverend Fuego.
What are you talking about?
Hey, I have life goals.
What are your life goals?
My life goal is to get on the Wheel of Fortune, and I did it. So suck it, nerd.
You know what? Actually,
he's right.
I'd like to buy an O.
He made that happen.
It didn't quite work out, but I mean, I did what I set out to
Dude,
do.
you got to be on the show. How many people try out and audition for that? So regardless that it was a miserable failure and you hit bankrupt a few times, we'll forget about that.
I hit a bankrupt 3 times and to lose a turn once. Not that I keep tabs or remember that or anything.
And your strategy of picking letters failed so badly.
But
it was solid.
But you still got to be on the Wheel of Fortune. And I'll be honest, when you were on your quest to be on the Wheel of Fortune, this was a quest that went on for years. I thought, why is he wasting his time?
He got bumped one time, so I thought, well, one time you get considered and they jack you out of there. It's like, stop trying. You're never going to get on. And so you got bumped one year. You had to wait another, 3-5 years, and you got on after that, man.
I did.
Well, you need a new life goal.
I know, and that's the problem. I mean, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should get a house, and I got a house, and I'm dealing with that, and so now I'm just...
I got to give you credit. I mean, when we first met Rev, he swore he would never be married, wouldn't even date anybody.
Yep.
He said, I think
he was like Morrissey. He was asexual.
That's what he kept saying.
I claimed it, yeah.
And now look at him.
It was easier that way than dealing with all the other crap.
And he's got a nice wife, and he's got a nice house, and he's been on Wheel of Fortune. He's also kept this job a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah, there was a couple of rough years at the beginning.
I really thought you wouldn't last a year. I thought you were.
I kind of figured I'd end up, doing terrible things to you.
Your new goal should be Price is Right.
They're coming to town.
Are they really?
I think they're doing like a live Price is Right at the Paramount or something like that.
Ooh, I want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not TV, but it's still pretty dope.
It's tough to get on the Price is Right because even if you get in the audience, which you can, then you got to hope they pick you. And Sarah has been in the audience once in her life.
Oh, I know how to do that. That's easy.
Oh, yeah? How do you do that?
Oh, it's at the Snoqualmie Casino, sorry.
You just act really, really excited when they do the pre-interviews. That's one of the things. You have to just go absolutely crazy when you're doing that. You have to show that you are the most excited person there, and they'll be like, "Oh, that person's ridiculous. Let's get them on."
I love the video. If you can check it out, just search Aaron Paul, Price is Right, the actor who played Jesse in Breaking Bad. Before he got that role, he was on the Price is Right, and he was jacked. I mean, it is almost like the blue meth was in his system way before he got to New Mexico. It is an amazing, but you're right, Rev. I mean, he was jacked up like he was coached to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to do that, or else they're not going to pick you, because why would they want a boring person out there?
Yeah, so, Danny, what do you say? Rev, you both should be on the Price is Right.
I'm down.
I want to go on, too.
Yeah, let's go, Steve.
We could all try. Road trip.
Oh, wait, the one at the Snoqualmie already happened. That was last year.
Damn it.
But it's going to be at the Emerald Theater in Bremerton on November 29th.
Down.
We could go to Bremerton.
We'll shotgun a Bang energy drink, and then we'll go do our pre-interview.
And you know what?
Nice.
You don't have to wait for it to come to here. You can go to and wait in line and go see the show, and then that's everybody that goes to see the show is eligible, like Rev says, but you just have to be cool in the interview process. But they take it from the studio audience, and Sarah and Kathy just drove and waited in line, and they were able to get in. So it's not like, Wheel of Fortune where you have to go through the whole interview process to actually have a shot. You can just walk in, and maybe you're the one.
All right, what's your life goal there, BJ?
My life goal. Whoa. My life goal, unfortunately, was taken by Bob Rivers.
Oh, to be on Star Trek?
Yes.
Well, how about Star Wars then?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought because we had a friendship with Simon Pegg that he would offer it up one time. Or even when he was in the Star Trek, he was writing the third Star Trek movie. I thought he knew how big fan I was that maybe he'd say, BJ, if you can be an extra. Never happened.
Take a man to a baseball game and you think he's going to give you the world.
That's exactly why I took him to that baseball game. I knew someday he'd be able to do something for me, and it never happened.
Done nothing for you.
He's done nothing for me, that Simon Pegg.
Doesn't even call you to see how you're doing. Doesn't wish you a happy birthday.
I would love to be, even as a scene, a speaking part in any kind of TV show that's my favorite show or a movie that's my favorite movie. That would be a life goal. Someday, maybe when I retire, I'll try.
I think my life goal right now is to figure out a way to perform on stage with Mike McCready from Pearl Jam.
Oh. All right, you know what? You already had a great life goal hanging on with that.
So am I supposed to just stop living?
God dang, I know. You've actually done some amazing things, and I can't even get Simon Pegg to let me walk on. You know what? I'm done with this job. Why do you get to do all the cool things you want to do?
Because he's nice.
Well, I just watched Mike at the last Pearl Jam shows, and the whole time it's so powerful to see that guy, just to be there and experience it. I was like, I don't even know what that would be like to be Matt Cameron, to be playing drums and looking over and just seeing this guy who's arguably one of the greatest guitar players of our time.
Yeah.
And we've been lucky enough to get to know him, and he's a super nice guy. I could never imagine being like, hey, Mike, can I jam with you one time? But that would be pretty freaking badass.
It may. You know when it could happen? I'll tell you exactly when it could happen.
When's that?
When he does a charity show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of those things where it's like a revolving door. I have a couple buddies that are drummers, and they've gotten to play with him. If that ever happened, that would be a pretty amazing experience.
And I mean, look at it this way: you never imagined that you would be able to jam and be a part of Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh no, I called that when I was 14. Right?
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay.
It is interesting.
Right, dude. Most of the cool bucket lists or awesome life goal moments that have happened in my life, I've been very fortunate, are things that I never would have imagined happening. So the fact that I'm imagining that this could happen that means it's not going to happen.
Oh, that would be cool. I feel like there's a way we can make that happen. What if we give a donation to, like, if we can somehow finagle that? Like,
no, I don't want it to be like that.
Well, how would you want it to be like that? What do you want
it to be like? He's like, Steve, I need a drummer.
Oh my!
Yeah, he wants it to be organic. Like there's a need that has to come arise.
That's not how it happened with STP.
It's like, here's money, and that doesn't work.
Wow.
Hey, this is my make-believe world, man.
Well, all right, Rev. We should then find a way to do it that Steve doesn't know that's why. And we'll just ask Mike, look, if we give you a donation, please pretend that you need a drummer and Steve
like
doesn't know.
One of those bad romantic comedies where like somebody
that's what we'll do.
Reluctantly dates the guy.
Mike will do that. I feel he'll play along. We just see as long as Mike, you just have to pretend like you really are desperate for a drummer. Don't let Steve know we paid for this.
Right. Act like as if you don't have any drummer friends.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, he knows all the best drummers in town.
We'll play the sad Hulk music and Mike will go, if only there was a drummer. We can't, but no one's around. They're all busy.
Just play a Kiss song with him. That would be freaking awesome.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome.
He's a mutual Kiss fan.
That would be awesome. Mm-hmm. And you're right. I mean, look, you're on stage with what? The Picasso, the Rembrandt of the guitar. You know what I'm saying?
Deep.
Well, I mean, that's what you're.
Going all overboard.
I thought you said he's one of the best guitarists ever.
It just sounds really nerdy. Like, oh, he's the Picasso, the Rembrandt of the guitar.
Well, that's what I would do. I mean, I think that's a great compliment. All right, how about the Mozart of the guitar? Is that still saying too much?
I think it's just a little over dramatic.
Do you think that anybody is as good as he is? I mean, is he in the top 5 guitarists ever? Do you think?
For me, yes.
I would say just in general, and I don't know a whole lot about it, but I mean, he's well regarded, or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are other people that, I guess, you know what? There probably are some of the folks that, those guitarist shows that come to town, they would probably put some of those guys ahead of him.
It's all subjective, but it just sounds a little over the top to call someone the Picasso of the guitar.
I mean it as a compliment.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But I'm not calling him that.
Okay. You don't have to call him that.
What's
but
Vicky's life goal?
Vicky's, God, why do I think it involves something oral?
Wow. Well, that's what I should do to Mike and via text. Yeah. I'm not going to, though.
All right, Vicky, what's your life goal?
You kind of took mine, so I'm going to do something else. I wanted to have a speaking role on a TV show at some point.
Oh, really?
I think that would be a lot of fun.
I didn't know that was yours.
But my other one is since I've already technically been in a comic book, I kind of want to write a comic book.
Really?
Yeah. I have a story already set up. But
that is something you can do, and you can even Kickstarter that. I mean, that's what people do.
I just don't know if, it's one of those, I don't know if my writing's good enough, if it, only third graders would like it or not.
You can do it!
I can do it!
Vicky, just do it, man. I mean, nowadays, why not?
But I think it is cool. One of them did get checked off. All of us were in a comic book in a way. And I think it was The Bionic Woman. Our buddy Brandon Jerwa drew all these characters and gave them our names.
Nice.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
That is, I do remember that. He didn't draw it. He wrote it in.
No, yes, he wrote it in. But I'm like, hey, there's my name.
You're absolutely right. No, that was one of my life goals too. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm in a professional comic book. That is so cool.
Yay.
The Rembrandt of comics, I think it was.
That's on a paddleboard.
A what?
Paddleboard.
You want one, or you want to be able to do it?
I want two paddleboard.
You mean like the guys that go on the water with the boat?
That's a pretty easy
life goal.
So I mean, that's cool. It's achievable.
Yeah. Why are you waiting so long to get this done? Almost every water location has them.
I haven't gotten around to it.
That is not a great life goal if it's right there and you don't do it.
It's an achievable one, which is the best kind of life goal.
No, but I mean, it's like, how many opportunities has he had? I mean,
I haven't had one today.
You live around water. You every summer. I mean, even in the winter.
Like in Hawaii.
Nice. I can't talk to you anymore.
Good.
All right, good.
You go be on Star Trek.
Okay. I know, you probably would be. That's how bad it would be.
I want to be on Star Trek before you now, just to piss you off.
I know you would be.
Dude,
You'd probably get to be. I'm so
That'd
bummer.
be so great.
I know. I mean, they have a new series. Somebody's got to know somebody. Let me do a walk-on for Star Trek Discovery. I don't even have to say anything. Let me just be the alien in the back.
Would you accept being a voice actor to one of the Star Trek cartoon shows?
I'll take anything at this point. But
what if you're watching Star Trek, the new series, and all of a sudden there's this scene where there's water and you just see me paddleboarding in the background with Mike McCready?
Your life goal and my life goal in one particular situation that would be it. I'd be done. I'd be like, that's it. That's over.
You could probably be in an adult film parody.
Yes. Oh God, no.
Really?
Ooh, yeah.
I'm just saying, those would probably be pretty easy to get
Okay,
into.
I'm not gonna. All right. You know what, Dan? You've ruined my life goal. You know what? This whole show has just ruined everything. I was in such a good mood.
Sorry.
Yeah. You probably will get to do that, Steve. You probably get to do my life goal before me. That'll suck so bad. All right, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, we got it. Your calls, your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by the Shane Company. This is where you get to speak your mind. It doesn't matter what the topic is. You're picking it. But Steve does have a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to say goodbye to you after you're gone.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Eric in Bremerton. Eric, you are on The Rock.
Hey, Biggs, I got a good idea for you.
Yes.
You were saying that you and Mike McCready are mutual KISS fans. If you can't actually get up on stage to play with him, what if you could at least have a mutual kiss?
Yeah.
I mean, does tongue have to be involved?
Well, that's entirely up to you.
We don't need to be
actually
Gene Simmons.
probably up to him.
Yeah, I don't think I'm calling the shots on this one. And no, I would not want to go with that. I would like for him to play the guitar and I play the drums.
Yeah, that's a whole
And maybe rock out to some kind of a KISS song.
You know what, Eric?
God of Thunder.
I mean, Eric,
thank you, Eric.
I like the way you're thinking, Eric. It's always good to have an alternative. It really is.
Well, if you set the bar a little lower, that would at least get somewhere.
I feel like playing music with him is lower than making out with him.
Yeah. I feel like really, for Mike McCready, the bar would be very low if he actually had to play music with Steve. But hey, what are you going to do? But kissing you, now the bar is higher at that point. I mean, come on now. You don't do that with everybody.
Somebody just texted and said, I didn't think that you guys could top everyone attempting to do a Chewbacca roar. And then along came the Boston accent Facebook drama. OMFG. It takes a lot for me to literally fall out of my chair. Well done. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
Actually, a few people have requested for us to replay yesterday's Facebook drama when we all attempted Boston accents in honor of your boys being in the World Series.
That's right. And, of course, they're up 2-0. And I've got a couple of Dodger fans in the building that are giving me grief. And they're talking smack. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd be talking that kind of smack up to, when you're down 2-0.
We might be the good luck charm.
I like this, yeah.
If we speak in a Boston accent when we do Facebook dramas, your boys win.
Yeah. You
betcha.
Yeah, whatever. No, that's Minnesota.
Oh,
yeah. And it was, of course, a great Facebook drama. This one here, a woman goes on social media to talk about her Halloween outfit. And again, this is special because we all try to do Boston accents.
Now it's time for Facebook drama.
And Facebook drama is brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. And BJ, once again, this is our opportunity to point out the idiots that are on Facebook. This is an actual Facebook post. The drama unfolds because of it. And of course, we're going to act it out. So this time around, BJ, you'll be playing the role of the original poster. You will be Tara.
All right.
Rev, you will be Britt. Sweet. Vicky, you will be Nikki.
Nice.
I'll be Luke. And Sarah, you will be Josh.
Oh, hey.
Now, we received a text message from somebody via 77999, and it said you guys should do Facebook drama with Boston accents. LOL.
Oh, really?
God.
Did I tell you that the Red Sox won the World Series?
No,
they're up a game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw you then. Yeah.
No, well, tell me more.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay, fine.
It's going to be hard.
All right, so this is a special Boston accent edition of Facebook drama. Once again, the original poster is Tara. So, BJ, please take it away.
Hey, I got my Halloween costume today! Yay!
I got mine too, so still for the weekend.
That's not a Boston accent.
I don't know what the hell to do.
What was that?
That was what you get.
Yeah.
Sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. Well, her name is Britt. Maybe he's trying to do a British accent. I don't know.
Let me guess. You both. I can't do it either. You both are going as something slutty.
That's a Boston accent, is it?
Boston.
All right.
That's all I got.
Well, duh. It's the only day of the year where we can get away with looking like whores. LOL.
Oh, please, darling. Do not dress up like a whore.
Australian.
You are too much of a lady for that.
I'm not actually going to be dressed like a whore, Dad. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. She will probably just be wearing a skirt that barely covers her woo-ha. and a shirt that her tatas hang out.
That would be hoo-ha, Vicky. Hoo-ha.
I can't say the words.
Hey, Pixar didn't happen, LOL.
Country.
That's your Boston
From
accent?
Boston.
Hey.
Yeah, she's a disappointment.
Not really.
She's a disappointment to America.
Nikki, what the hell is your problem? Yeah, sounds like you're just jealous. Sorry we have bodies to actually pull off sexy outfits.
What are you trying to say, Britt?
That you do not have the body to pull off the sexy outfits. And therefore you are just calling us out girls who can pull it off. Yeah, exactly. We don't hate on you for wearing a onesie every damn year, so don't hate on us for wanting to flaunt what we got.
Tara, I would prefer if you would be like Nikki. Maybe try a onesie this year.
Oh, Dad, I love ya, but no one asked ya. Plus, onesies are lame AF.
Lame F? What does lame F mean?
OMG, Dad, get off of Facebook, LOL.
There you go. That's just, you guys were fantastic. I'm very proud to be with a bunch of talented people.
I kind of got there at the end of it.
I don't think you did.
No, you're right.
I don't think any of us did. It was bad. It's actually fun to listen to it back and watch BJ just cringe as a Bostonian listening to all of us trying. I think your daughter's the biggest disappointment.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, she's not allowed back in Massachusetts. She's done.
She's banned.
Yeah. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's Listeners on the Loose. Your calls, your texts at 933 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Ty in Puyallup. Ty, you are on the Rock.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad, Ty. Welcome to the show. What you got for us?
So, me and my girlfriend have had this long-standing debate whether or not animals have souls or not. I'm on the side that they don't, and she's on the side that they do. And I'm just trying to get some
Shocker.
Hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, you got... You've called the right place, Ty, because you're going to get, I believe, two different ways to handle your marriage. The right way from Steve, and then my way, which is not. So, Steve, what do you think? What's your opinion on this? Because I think you're going to know my opinion. Well,
yeah, you don't think animals are even anything. They mean nothing.
I just don't think of them as beings that should be treated as high as humans, but I also don't think they should be mistreated either.
I get that. Yeah, you're not Michael Vick right now.
No, I'm not that guy.
No,
yeah,
I get that. But I think animals have souls.
See that? And here's the thing.
I don't have any proof.
Yeah.
I don't know how to prove this.
But even if, let's just say you believe something and your wife is on the opposite side and she's adamant and she's going at it, I feel like, Steve, you'll be like, I don't see what the point of this argument is, so I'm not even going to bother.
I'll still say my opinion, but if it keeps going into it's kind of like our conversations here on the morning show. If it gets to the point where it's going in a circular argument, I'm just like, look, we're not going to agree on this. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think animals have souls because when I think of a soul, I think of, your moral compass, your heart, your love. And I mean, I've seen animals show remorse and grief and all this stuff. So I feel like they probably do have souls.
Yeah, Ty, here's the thing. And I hope that people learn.
How much pot are you two smoking on a daily basis, first of all?
Yeah, that's good. Is it contention? A lot of pot?
I'm a truck driver, so I can't, but she doesn't really smoke anymore, so.
Yeah.
Because that's quite the stoner conversation the two of you are having.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope when you go down the path of faith, because there's no way I think anybody can prove there is or isn't a soul in anything, because it's supposed to be this invisible energy that, is the spiritual aspect of us that goes on when the body's gone. So you can't really prove it, Ty, and you can't really disprove it either. But if you want a happy marriage, some people say you just don't argue with your wife on points like this. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy that if I think my wife is wrong or stupid or both, I will go and then I end up being a miserable guy.
They're having a debate. It doesn't sound like they're having an argument. You guys aren't arguing over this.
No, we're not arguing.
You can have a debate. I don't think that's going to lead to an unhappy marriage.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm from Massachusetts. Debate is another word for argument.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that would be stupid if they're actually yelling at each other over this conversation. But I think you don't need to see eye to eye on this.
Welcome to the East Coast, Steve. Because every good debate ends in an argument in the East Coast. But here it's, you're right. People are more civil.
Okay, I have an East Coast question for you guys.
Yeah, so, Ty, just don't get your wife mad over this issue because it's awfully hard to disprove or prove the existence of a soul.
Animals can't prove that we have souls, and we can't prove that they have souls. So there you go. Boom.
You know, normally I would call you a moron, but actually, there's nothing wrong with what you just said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this guy says, BJ, you and I are of similar age and from the East Coast. My wife is younger than I am from the West Coast. Can't stand meatloaf for dinner. I never met young people that like it. You think it's a generational or a regional thing? See, I've grown to like meatloaf more the older I've gotten.
I had meatloaf.
I had it so much when I was a kid, and I kind of, meatloaf is basically a poor man's steak dinner, isn't it? I mean,
You understand me?
it's kind of, and so I think a lot of us, when we're growing up, when we didn't have a lot of money, you were like, I can't wait till I have full blown steak, none of this meatloaf.
If I find out we're having meatloaf for dinner, that's a great day.
Yep.
You do not want to with me.
I agree. I do like meatloaf as well.
Meatloaf also.
In my eyes, I am the last person in the.
You know what? It just occurred to me. I'm like, I don't know why. It's like, why is he playing all these drops?
It's meatloaf.
It's meatloaf. I totally just got it. I'm sitting there going, what's he doing? Oh, yeah, meatloaf.
Meatloaf is the best because it leads to meatloaf sandwiches.
Yes.
Which are fantastic.
Whatever that crap is they put on the meatloaf on the top.
Yeah.
That sauce.
Yeah.
Ketchup?
Yeah, it's ketchup.
Get all that crap. I have more of that crap. I don't know what it is, that secret sauce you kids are using.
You understand me?
Apparently I don't.
It's literally just ketchup.
Oh, it's delicious.
I can't believe that crap you're putting on there.
See, for me, that was always my mom's go-to, cheap meal, so I was really mad about it every time we made meatloaf when I was a kid because it just wasn't that good. But ordering it out at a restaurant, I love it.
So what you're saying is your mom's cooking is bad.
That's true. Okay, thanks, Steve.
You do not with me.
I can't speak for your mom, but I grew up in an Italian-Irish household, and really you want the Italian mother and the Irish father because the Italian mother has better cooking skills. My mom was not a great cook because she was Irish. And I don't know if all Irish can't cook, but my mom surely was not as good of a cook as my Italian relatives.
Somebody says under 30 and love meatloaf. Next person says it is not just ketchup. Thank you.
Was for my mom.
That's all the recipes I've ever done.
No, because it has it has ketchup-y to it, but it's not just ketchup.
Oh, you know what? You are a gifted orator, sir.
Thank you. And they pay me to talk.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, no, you just add Worcestershire sauce to the
ketchup?
It's milk, egg, ketchup, and Worcestershire sauce.
Well, that's not just ketchup, you guys. All clowning on me. I'm willing to accept the apologies.
Ooh, some said.
I'm not willing
I
to give
agree.
one.
I think Danny should give it to
Some
you.
are doing with the brown sugar glaze.
Well, you're not the only one I don't have an issue with.
I know, yeah.
The brown sugar glaze, and Steve doesn't get his apology. That's a good day.
The brown sugar glaze.
Yeah.
Let's get some meatloaf, boys.
Yes.
All right.
See, we never had it growing up. My mom didn't like it at all. My dad loved it. So when I got to the age where I started cooking, I'd make it for my dad. And because he was excited, I was excited to eat it. But I'd always make them in little muffin tins.
Muffin meatloaf?
Yeah, so you would have individual servings.
Ooh.
Yeah, my wife has made that before.
Oh,
It's
I like
very
that
yummy.
idea.
Yeah.
That's a great
I
idea.
might have to make some this week.
What's the best side for meatloaf?
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
More meatloaf.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Seriously, when you think about Southern cooking, especially you go to an Ezel's and everything, it used to be negative the kind of food that food would be because way back in the day when humans were not nice to other humans, they thought this was trash food, and they have elevated that to be some tasty, tasty food over the years. I love Southern cooking, which was a lot of it was based in, hey, you know what, this ain't the good stuff. Turns out, you know what, it's actually the good stuff.
That's funny you said it because speaking of Ezel's Chicken, I saw a sign yesterday. I was driving. I think it was kind of like in the Federal Way area. This big sign that says, "What are the two greatest words in the world?" And then it just says, fried chicken. And I'm like, is this some kind of cool fried chicken place I need to pull in? And it was like a dentist office on their reader board. They just had a thing about fried chicken.
Okay,
Weird.
dentist, you can't cheese us that way.
I know.
Come on.
Unless it's a dentist / fried chicken place.
Now that's a dentist I will go to every time.
There, yeah.
All right, I got a big question that needs to be answered, guys. What do Ryan Castle and a doctor have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:48 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a doctor have in common?
I can get you drugs.
Yeah, you can. Now, what kind, too. What you have to do to get those drugs, well, that's a little, I won't go into that.
Just ask.
One texter says they both give Steve a daily physical.
Yeah.
Plus money. Money helps, too.
Turn and cough.
Both examine BJ's prostate.
Whoa. Wow. Like I said, turn and cough, and then also Dr. Jellyfinger.
Both have lured Steve in with fried chicken and surprised him with the Jellyfinger.
All right.
I mean, I'm up for fried chicken.
Yeah, at that point, well, do what you got to do. Give me that chicken.
And both are always trying to give free breast exams.
Steve's got some good breasts to exam.
BJ, you're going to feel a little pressure.
Turn away.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure, doctor. All right, I got a 79-year-old doctor. His name is Swellen. What a great name, Swellen.
That is a cool name. He's
in Tennessee. And she had to go in front of the Tennessee Board of Medical Examiners last month over a pretty bizarre case. Apparently, she borrowed $300,000 from an elderly patient who had been identified as EW. Then when EW asked her to pay this money back, then Dr. Swellen said, hey, you've got dementia, which meant that EW couldn't control her accounts anymore. Figured that it would help, Swellen hide the debt and nobody would know that she was kind of scamming the old lady.
Wow.
Yeah, then EW was like, I'm going to go find another doctor, and yeah, they figured it all out.
That was a great scam up to that point, huh?
Lost her medical license. Shocker. Not so Swellen for Dr. Swellen.
Not so much.
But Ryan Castle, he has got a 12-pack, and you don't have to turn and cough or be uncomfortable.
And he's swollen.
Swollen.
Yeah. BJ and Migs play of the day.
So we're talking about the things that you would miss if you went back in time.
Somebody said, I'll miss my 3D printer.
Oh.
I never even used the 3D printer.
I've had people print out stuff for me on a 3D printer, and it is cool. And I can only imagine, like, in 20 years, you'll have one in your house. I mean, we never thought we'd ever have a computer in the house, printers in the house. I mean, how about if we have basically a 3D printer that anything we need, we can just print up because, we just download it if I need a screw or if I need anything.
I'd print my dong all the time.
Yeah, you would.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Innovation, resilience, agility. It's how Michigan businesses work together and continue to build the future. Our expertise, talented workforce, and collaborative environment are making a difference now and shaping the future. Join us and make your mark where it matters. Visit michiganbusiness.org/radio to put your plans in motion. That's michiganbusiness.org/radio.